and this video is on rounding. We're going to talk about whole numbers and decimals because what you do is exactly the same. So we're going to take this number right here. Everybody, what is this number? Okay, so right now for this example, we're going to round to the 10,000s place. Okay, we're going to round this to the 10,000s place. So everybody, please call out and tell me what number is in the 10,000s place. 4. Okay, 4 digit. I should have said what the. Okay, so the 10,000s place is right there. Okay, and so that's the place that we want to round to. And the idea, what you want to think of when we're rounding to any place, whether it's whole number or decimal, is that you're basically saying, I want to get rid of everything after that place. I only care about that place. It's as if I'm counting by 10,000s. So I only care about up to the 10,000s place. So what we're going to do is you're just going to draw a line and separate it out. That is the 10,000s. So how many 10,000s does this number have, everybody? How many 10,000s? How many?
40,000.
All right, so looks like we need a little more work on that. What number is in the 10,000s place? Okay, but how many 10,000s are in this number altogether? How many? Not 24,000 10,000s, right? There's 24 10,000s, right? 24 10,000s, right? Remember, you can say any number up to that place and then just say that's what you have. So we have 24 10,000s in this number. And there's also another 8,526 that makes up this number, right? Okay, but all we care about is the 10,000s because we're rounding to the 10,000s place. Before we just say, all right, we're going to call this number 24,000, we look and see, well, what do we have left over after we just round it to 24? We have another 8,000, right? Which is almost another 10,000, isn't it? Right? How do we decide? What's our rule? How do we decide if it's enough to count it as if it's another 10,000? If it's what? Hold it out. 5 or more, raise the score, right? So 24,800 is really closer to 25,000. So we call it 25. And then we need to put in these zeros so you know that that 25 is in the 10,000s place. We got this, right? So 248,526 rounded to the 10,000s place is 250,000, right? Because we got rid of everything after the place we're rounding to. We just turned it all into zeros, and we just added one more there because that was over 5. All right, so let's see how this looks if we are doing it with decimals. It's exactly the same thing. Everybody, what number is that? Call it out.
432.
Don't say 0.51. It's 432 and 5100ths, right? Okay, and let's say we want to round this to the 10th place. Okay, again, the same thing. We want to just say, all right, I only care up to the 10th place. So what digit is in the 10th place, everybody?
5.
There's a 5, right? So we're saying we're going to just cut it off right there. We're not going to count anything after the 5. We're just going to get rid of it, right? So we have this number here. Before we get rid of everything after the 10th place, is this enough that we want to add one more 10th? Why not? Well, because it's 1, but what about it? Right, 4 or less, let it rest, right? It's not more than 5. So this number we're just going to say is 432 and 5/10. Remember, we're getting rid of everything after the 10th place. We do not write a 0 there because we don't have to, right? Because we rounded to the 10th place, so my answer should end in the 10th place. Let me just try one more on this, just to review and make sure we know what to do if this happens, okay? Okay, so again, let's say I'm rounding this to the 10th place. Okay. What's in the 10th place? What digit, everybody? So I'm drawing a line right there. I'm saying, all right, I'm getting rid of everything after the 10th place, right? Okay. Before I do, is it enough to count this as one more 10th? Yes, good. So what happens? What does this number become? So do I write it like this? What am I supposed to be rounding to? What place? Right? I need to go to the 10th place. I'm rounding to the 10th place, so I have to show my answer to the 10th place. Okay. This is what we need to keep in mind. If I'm saying round to the 10th place, I need to make sure my answer ends in the 10th place, not the 100th place and not the ones place. I'm rounding to the 10th place. Okay. All right, so keep that in mind when we're rounding. The idea is rounding means I don't care about anything after the place that I say I'm rounding to, and I just have to decide, do I want to go up by 1 in that place? And where's my video to end this? Okay, all right, that was a kind of a long video. Say goodbye or something.